Hey everyone, welcome back to Holidaily Chat with Amy. Yes, today I have some new antlers on, and wait for it. I'm telling you, this is the most fun I've had on Facebook Live, but check these out. Not only do I have these sunglasses that are amazing, but they light up. How great are these? And I have to say, I gotta get a shout out to my friend and colleague, Cindy Olin. She's such a powerhouse. And when I was in San Diego on my most recent trip, we went to Vons. And for those of you who are like me who didn't know what Vons was, it's like a Safeway or, grocery store. And anytime I go to a grocery store this time of year, I'm always like, we've got to hit up the seasonal section because I want to see what cheesy things they have for the holiday season. And this situation happened. And then I just noticed this morning that this has like different speeds on the lights of my Rudolph sunglasses. Hey, Lisa. And then if you want to just be chill with the lights just on, then this is what happens. So yeah, so I just want to know what you think of my sunglasses before I get into this like super inspiring story. And if you're just joining me and you're just like, oh my gosh, who is this woman? Welcome to my show. I normally do this as a weekly chat with Amy, but during the holiday season as my give, I thought I'd do a holidaily chat with Amy and just be super like giving in terms of really providing inspiration, free coaching, stories that will really open you up to what's possible in this world, and also just set you up for success to finish the year strong in 2017 and rock out your 2018. Like really set the foundation now so you're not just like, oh, I'll just throw in the towel. I'm not where I want to be this year. And I guess I'll just start again in January, and then you start, your business planning in February. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad you love my sunglasses and my antlers. So, but yes, I will take these off so not super distracting. They might come back though on the show because, people come and go, and I want to make sure that everyone gets the whole experience of this. Hey Barb, so excited to have you here. And yeah, if you have been enjoying my chat with Amy lives, and I just started yesterday with Holidaily, I would love for you to go ahead and click on the share button right now. So just take a moment, click on the share button, write a little personal note, because I'm going to share some really inspirational, I'm just like feeling on fire this morning, and I just want to share a really inspiring story. So go ahead and click the share button, and just a personal note to all your peeps to say, especially for those of you who are entrepreneurs, but I always believe that the message that I love to share goes beyond business. So you never know if someone will hear one thing from this Facebook Live that will shift them into seeing what's possible, not just in the new year, but even today. Okay, so say hello, where you're from, go ahead and share away. And, today I was just actually, Barb is watching right now. I was on a phone call with Barb Cool. And it was really great because we actually met back in August when I was at Jesse Itzler's house. Beautiful, huge home in Connecticut. Jesse Itzler, serial entrepreneur. He's the author of Living with a Seal. He has made billions. His wife has made billions. Like, they're just an incredible entrepreneurial couple. And he and my business coach, Shanda, coordinated this crazy endurance challenge where I climbed up a hill 100 times with a group of about 35 entrepreneurs. And Barb came to support us. She's a friend of one of my clients and friends, Olivia. So long story short, I got to connect with Barb, really great woman. And we've been talking lately about where she is in her life. And what's fascinating to me is that when I get to connect with entrepreneurs and individuals who have had a deeper calling within them for a long time, what I realize is that it's not that they always need to learn something new or create a new strategy or add all these things to their plate. It's really more about remembering who they are in the first place. So good morning, Kate. So when I was talking to Barb, what was amazing was that I'd already heard some stories about her through my friend Olivia. And she is someone who took the bold and courageous decision to move across the country. So she used to live in Washington State, where I live. And she moved over to New York and just started a whole new life over there, where she's been part of a huge event production teams to put on these amazing events, massive events. And sometimes I think even when you've done cool things on any level, it's easy to forget who you are, what you've done, who you've shown up as, how courageous you've been in your life, again, on any level. If you've ever started anything new or just decided you were going to do something and just did it, it's amazing when you get to look back on your own life and see how inspiring you've actually been at moments in your life. And that's Barb. Like she did that by moving across. I mean, that's like a bold move in your, in your lifetime to just like pick up and move across country. For any of you who've ever done that, I applaud you, especially as an adult. Like I think when we moved for college, like I moved from Japan to the United States for college, which was a big move, but it was also kind of like a lot of people move for college, so it didn't seem as stretchy as what she did. I just think it's amazing. And on top of it, when she was still living in Seattle, she wanted to do production for big corporations such as Microsoft. And she had all these people saying, oh, you don't have a degree, so there's no way that you're gonna get that job. There's just no way. And there were so many people that told her she couldn't. And what I love about Barb is that she just decided, you know what? F that, I get to do this, I get to do this, and it's not just about having a degree. Now, I'm not saying anything's wrong with a degree, I have a degree, but what I love about what she shared is that she just decided that she has what it takes to make it happen, and she went and made it happen and got hired by Microsoft. So I just was so excited to share Barb's story because she recognized that, I think all of us have, have moments in our lives or in our entrepreneurial journeys where we slip back down into kind of a funk where it's just like, I'm just not feeling my A game and I don't know what's wrong with me, or I just want to like curl up in a blanket and, sleep in whatever's coming up for anybody and just like kind of like just not be your best self, right? And so whenever I've been in those moments, because I've had those, I'm a very positive person, very driven, but when I've had those moments, which I believe everybody has, it's about not giving into that mindset of, wah, wah, I'm just gonna I guess, it's the same shit, different day. Like, excuse my language, but when people say things like that, it drives me nuts because I'm like, every single day is life and an opportunity to make a difference and an opportunity to create something. Okay, my dog is at the door, so I'm gonna take a moment because Bella wants to be a part of this one. Come on. She's a little hyper right now, so you get to say hi to Bella. You can see her, or you can hear her breathing. I'll sit. Okay, so on that note, I just wanted to share that with you because if there's anything that you've been wanting in your life, oh my gosh, my dog. See, this is the beauty of Facebook Live. These things happen. Bella, what do you want? What do you want? She probably wants a treat or something. Okay, I'm gonna now let her out. Yes, this is part of what we do. Let's see. Okay, so I'm seeing Barb says, that's me. I'm about to do something super bold right now. I don't know why my love button isn't working, but I'm sending you so many hearts right now. Oh, too funny. So, okay, so bringing it back to Barb, like what I love about what she decided to do is, okay, so I have this awesome program and retreat that is designed for women entrepreneurs who have a bigger vision for themselves, and it's called Powerhouse. And so Barb had heard about Powerhouse through Olivia because Olivia is coming, and she's just like, wow, this is a really big opportunity, but I don't know, do I get to do this? Like it's an investment in myself. And that's the other piece of it is that I believe we all have moments where we just drop down deep inside and decide do I get to invest in me? Is this my time to really take a step into something that I'm feeling aligned with, that I'm excited about? Do I get to do this? And I was sharing with Barb this morning, I was like, even where I am in my journey, and I know that there'll be many other moments in my journey as I grow, where I make these big, bold, courageous decisions that in the moment, so for example, if I'm investing in a speaking coach, for one day and it's $10,000, it's just that moment where you're like, okay, who am I to think that I can do this? Who am I to think I can do this? Every single entrepreneur I've ever coached has had that moment. Who am I to think I can do this? I don't know if I can. What if I can't? Or what if I invest in this and it doesn't work out? Or what if I say that I want to do this and then the next day I decide, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. That's just the mindset. So whenever I've had those moments, then first of all, I make sure that I make my decisions that are in line with my vision versus making decisions that are in line with my fear. That is one of the biggest messages I believe I'm meant to pass along, which is so often I believe that human beings make decisions based on scarcity, lack, fear, living small. And so of course, as we practice making those types of decisions, that practice becomes a habit, and that habit keeps us small. So when I pay attention to successful people, that I admire who are doing great things in this world, I notice how they show up. I notice what kind of decisions they're making, and I notice how efficiently they make those decisions. I don't hear people on Shark Tank, I know that's kind of an exaggerated example, but people who are really making things happen in the entrepreneurial space, where their businesses are purpose-driven, where they have an opportunity in front of them, they're like, well, I'm gonna think about it, let me talk to my spouse, or I'm not sure, maybe next year. Like, I just don't hear them showing up that way. So instead, if they hear the opportunity and they know it's in line with their vision, like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm in and I'll figure it out. Like, they just make the decision and they're determined to find a way. So as I started paying attention to these successful, incredible people, I thought, success leaves clues. And so successful people leave clues of how they show up. And if I practice that way of being, it's more likely than not that I too will be successful in my life and in my business. And guess what's happened over the last even 2 years? Massive opportunities have opened their doors to me. I've expanded my business. I've over doubled my team. Things that I would have never imagined. Initially, I wanted to be a solo entrepreneur, making, $5,000 to $10,000 a month, just living my life. And now it's expanded. My mindset has expanded, and it's not about money. It's about who I'm becoming in the process of breaking through limiting beliefs. So I was thinking about this morning when I was talking to Barb, and I was thinking about, when we're little, and hopefully when you were little, you had these big dreams and goals of what you wanted to be when you grew up. Like, I think about all the things that I came up with when I was little. I was like, and I was inspired by things I would see. Like, I remember watching the Winter Olympics and I was like, I want to be a figure skater, or I would watch movies that had like a powerful career woman. And I guess I told my dad, my papa, my Japanese papa, I said to him, he reminded me of this later in life because I don't remember this, but when I was in pigtails, I said to him, Papa, when I grow up, I'm not going to need a car. And he said, why will you not need a car? And I said, well, because I'm going to have a helicopter that's going to fly me to work, and I'm going to land on my building with like a corner office with a view, like just, which is so funny to me now because I don't even have that desire. But what I do love is being able to work from anywhere, hop on a plane, every month if I want to, and travel to cool places and speak on stages and meet people at these amazing events. So even though it's not exactly what I envisioned, it's very similar in that I love being able to do what I want when I want, connecting with new people, flying places, So it's funny how as a little girl or little boy, you may have had these big visions of becoming something that was just a huge, huge vision. And I believe over time, we may have things that come up in life where our dreams can get diminished because of either people or experiences that tell us that we can't do it. So then we start living to this limiting belief, and you find yourself, or I found myself, in a job where I wasn't happy. And I was like, every day I come in with my positive energy and my positive attitude, but I'm just not feeling fully aligned with what I'm up to in this world. And I know deep down inside, I've got a bigger calling. I just know it. So until I could just crack myself open to possibility again, that I was going to continue to living that same day over and over again, that wasn't aligned with my highest potential. So I thought about some of my favorite quotes from a couple of childhood memory, like movies. And the two quotes that I remember, and I think that's just a great lesson. These are both such a great lesson in life. One of them is, from The Wizard of Oz, when Glinda says, "You had the power all along, my dear. You had the power all along, my dear." Like, all of you have it. I have it. You have it. Barb definitely has it. And if you just drop deep down inside, wherever you are in your journey, whether you're just getting started or you're at that 6-figure mark as an entrepreneur or wherever you are, if you know deep down inside that you have a much bigger game that you could be playing, why not start playing it today? Like, why not decide that I'm not waiting till the new year, I'm not waiting a whole other year, but today's a day that I get to make a different choice. Today's a day that I get to invest in myself. Today's a day where I get to make my dreams a priority. And if I'm not clear on what those dreams are, then today's the day that I get to start gaining clarity on what that looks like. And if you've already achieved a vision and you've stayed there for a while, why not come up with a bigger vision? Not that we should be chasing, but just enjoying the journey of growth. I remember when I was watching that popular Tony Robbins documentary, I'm Not Your Guru, when he said, if you're not growing, you're not living. And something along those lines. And he said something like, when people aren't happy, it's because they're not growing. And I thought about that for a moment. There was a lot of aha moments in that documentary. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Tony Robbins, I'm Not Your Guru. And I thought about how anytime that I have not been my happy-go-lucky self, it's because I haven't been growing. I haven't been allowing myself to just be open to possibility and living a life on fire every single day. And just deciding like every day is a chance to create something new, to work towards my bigger vision, to connect with people, to make a bigger difference. I know I shared yesterday, one of the things I do every morning is I wake up and I think to myself, who do I get to make a difference for today? Or how can I make the biggest difference today? And whatever comes up for me, I either make that phone call or start working on that next strategy or plan, or just shift my mindset to being in the best version of me. To me, it's just a powerful way of being. So that was the first quote that came to mind, was from The Wizard of Oz. You had the power all along, my dear. And the second one, which I believe is part of my purpose and passion in life, to serve others, is something that Mufasa said in Lion King, which is, remember who you are. Love it. Remember who you are. So it's not that you need to change who you are or you need more credentials to become someone better. Remember who you are. I bet if you look back on your life, like Barb did, and you notice when in your life, those moments in life when you made a bold decision that I get to do this because of who I am. Nobody gets to tell me that I can't do something. You get to remember who you are. I mean, if you, in fact, a good exercise, if you wanted to take this to the next level, sometime today, even after this Facebook Live, you could take a little time to journal on your life to remember who you are. And you can look back at moments when you impressed yourself, where you're like, wow, I had a moment where I didn't think I could do something, and I decided that I get to do this. And you actually did whatever it took to get there, even if it didn't work out right away. I mean, I can think back to multiple times in my life where it maybe didn't work out right away, but ultimately I made things happen if I wanted it badly enough, and I just decided that I'm going to stand in my power, I'm going to make it happen, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what people say to me, I get to do this. And it's really an enlightening way of living. So just remember who you are. Remember. And then instead of saying I want, say I am. The two most powerful words. One of my favorite stories in my own life was when I still was working for a magazine. I used to work for 425 magazine. It's an area code of where I still live in the greater Seattle area. And I decided that, I really want to do some more public speaking, even like emceeing for big fundraiser events. Like, it's a great way to connect. I love public speaking. I want to give back. And instead of just thinking about it, I used the I am statement and just started telling people. So when I would meet with my clients or colleagues or friends, I would just say, I am now offering speaking services. So if you're someone is looking for an MC for a fundraiser event or a special event where they could really use someone like me to really keep the event going and make announcements and be on stage and really be a part of a team, let me know. And if we're a good fit, then I'd love to help out. And it immediately, I just started making some noise, letting people know what I was up to. And I started getting emails from people saying, hey, there's this event coming up, or hey, there's a casting. My favorite story is when there was a casting call to MC a fashion show in Seattle. I was like, ooh, fashion show, that sounds like fun. And so I just decided, okay, well, I am now offering speaking services. And I showed up at this casting call, and immediately this guy came up to me and was like, hey, I know you. You're from 425 magazine. And long story short, his name's Eduardo Kawam. I ended up not only emceeing the Imagine fashion show that year at Benaroya Hall, which is the home of the Seattle Symphony, huge, beautiful location, venue. But I also ended up becoming one of the MCs every single year to this day for Metropolitan Fashion Week, which is expanded to LA, and it's like this huge Hollywood event. And it all started with me deciding that I get to do this and using I am in my phrasing. So I'd love to see who else is on right now. Hey, Natasha. Barb is totally I'm creating 250,000 this year. Yeah, you are. Life is now. That's right. Amen. Yeah. So who else is on? I'd love to see who else is on. Say hello. If this is resonating with you, if this is hitting home for you, I just love talking about really diving in and just dropping into the core of your being and seeing how powerful you are. And what I'm excited about is Barb's actually going to be joining us on our Powerhouse Retreat. So like I said, I've got this program right now. I still have a handful of spots open. So if this is resonating with you and you're just like, oh my gosh, if I got to really take a big next step in my life, in my entrepreneurial journey, have a big breakthrough, if you want to double your revenue, like whatever it is that you're wanting to set as your big goal and you want to take your message to the next level, then Powerhouse is for you, or it could be for you. We can definitely have a conversation. But Powerhouse is designed, so basically what it is every single week there's a group of, excuse me, coffee, hold on one moment. That's what happens when you talk too much. Is every single week there's a group of us entrepreneurial women who are jumping on a call on Zoom, and we're talking about what our declarations are for the week, what our commitments are for the week. I'm providing coaching on really honing in on your ultimate message and mission and purpose, so that when you go out there into the world and you want to share with them clearly what it is you're up to, then this experience can help you get there. I even had a client of mine, let me see, this is where I get so excited about everything. So every single week we're jumping on these calls, and then in February, we are all flying out to this gorgeous mansion on the ocean on Captiva Island in Florida. It's beautiful. I mean, I will definitely post the link below to show you what this place looks like. Olga Plastino, my photographer and branding and web designer, is going to be there. So she's going to capture the experience. We're going to be out there. It's 5 days, 4 nights in this beautiful location. We got a personal chef. We got yoga and workouts in the morning. And it's part business mastermind, part work retreats to actually get stuff done while you're there, and part vacation. So if this is something that you've been seeking, then definitely let me know and we can jump on a call to see if it is definitely the right fit for you. But one of my visions was to bring together a group of highly influential powerhouse women to really create our big, juicy goals for the next 3 to 4 months and just decide this gets to happen now. Like it could be even what you anticipate happening in a year, and decide, what if I had that happen by February and March? Like what if I just decided this gets to happen, and imagine where you'll be once we get to fly out to Florida together, have this amazing experience, do a ton of social media leading up to it and while we're there, and just watch what unfolds for you in your life and your business. I can't even wait. Like it's gonna be an epic, epic experience. So if this totally is like hitting home for you, then go ahead and like private message me or let me know if you're interested in learning more about it, because it's going to be an epic experience. And I'm doing this in February. I'm considering doing another one next year, but whenever an opportunity presents itself, I always say, if it's in alignment with your bigger vision, why not jump on it? Because you never know if that's the only time it's going to be available. Just like when I decided to do the endurance challenge with Jesse Itzler and 35 entrepreneurs, it was a crazy decision, but I knew this opportunity may not present itself again. And it hasn't. Like there is another challenge, but it's not at his house in Connecticut, which is, so my point is, if this resonates with you, life is now, reach out to me and let me know and we'll hop on a call. There's never any pressure. I just love connecting with powerhouse entrepreneurial women. And the group that we've brought together so far this year is incredible, incredible. They're already helping each other out. Like we have gotten started with a call, actually a couple of calls, but people can still step in at this point. So let me know. And I'm so committed to helping you to achieve your vision and hold you accountable to your monthly, weekly, and even daily goals so you can live a life on fire. It's gonna be amazing, amazing. So what I was gonna say, see, I'm just on fire today. I'm just so fired up. One of my clients, she actually sent me a testimonial recently, which was really exciting. Her name's Leah, and she was saying that she's someone who's always been passionate about helping people and their healing and really like in their wellness. And once we had the chance to work together, she took her message to the next level, like really defined her ultimate marketing message. And once she started putting that out there in the world, she tripled her business. I believe in this clarity around your messaging so much, because to me, it's beyond business. So if you have a bigger calling in your life, but you don't know exactly what it is, like at that next level, most of the people I work with are already entrepreneurs, or if not, they've been in some kind of an entrepreneurial endeavor for years. Like Barb has been freelancing for years. So to me, that's already an entrepreneurial way of being. So if you are already doing some really, really cool stuff in the world, but you're just like still feeling a little bit like, I feel like there's that next level for me. I feel like I get to play a bigger game. Then I really believe that when you get crystal clear on your highest potential, on your message, on your purpose, on your mission, and you can articulate with confidence and passion and credibility on what it is that you're up to in the world, you can create anything. You can create anything. But if that clarity of the message and that uniqueness of a message is not there, then it's just not going to happen. And that's why I'm so passionate about the work that I do, is helping you to identify your ultimate message that you want to put out there in the world and create a movement with it. When I say world, that can mean whether it's your local world, like your online world, or if you're like me, where you want to make a global impact alongside other powerhouse entrepreneurs. So just let me know if this resonates with you, or if you're wanting to be a part of something amazing that my team and I are creating, because I don't know if it'll be on the table later. I mean, I'm also creating a VIP program, and there's some really cool things that are happening in 2018 that are already in the works. So if this resonates, then definitely reach out to me. Awesome. Barb, you're so great. Yeah, so who else? Barb, I so appreciate your comments. So who else is watching? I would love to know if any of this is resonating with you, or what your biggest takeaway is so far. I always am committed to hearing feedback so I can make sure that I'm providing value for you, especially since this is now my holiday show between now and December 22nd. So anything that you could use help on, this is a chance for you to ask questions. Go ahead and post it in the comments. Barbara, just realized I'm using my New York mug. It's backwards, but it must be in alignment with you because you're in New York. Yeah, so any questions? If you've been enjoying this, I'll bust out my special glasses again. If you have any questions on your business, this is a good chance to post it below. Also, if you are wanting to connect with me, I actually have some spots open on my calendar this week. So if you are like, this is not just to chat, but if it's something where you're really wanting to have a breakthrough, then I actually have opened up some time on my calendar this week, and I'll pop in the link after this Facebook Live. But if you just go to chatwithamy.com, it'll take you directly to my scheduling link that has access to my calendar, and you can actually book a time with me. So yeah, so especially if Powerhouse and what I've described has really resonated with you, then let's definitely chat this week, because spots are filling up, and would love to see if this is your next step as well. Oh, we've got a quiet group this morning. Okay, well, if this has been helpful, also I invite you to click on the share button, put a little personal note on what your biggest takeaway has been. And just know that I do Holiday Chat with Amy weekdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, so 12 p.m. Eastern, and would love for you to join me on a daily basis if you're available at this time. Of course, you can always watch the replays as well. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and yeah, would love to see any comments, any takeaways below, and I'm wishing you all a very wonderful Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.